Trever, Aeon. I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass.
I broke up my last session for time, so there won't be a journal checkup right now. Our current goal is to scout around the village that the goblins have taken to see if we can get around the ambush we spotted. So I will join you in front of that entryway.
These boots have seen everything.
Here are the knotted routes we found earlier. That is one option. But let's keep going around and see if we can find more options so we can determine which way might be best.
What's inside? For me.
So here is a good example of Trevor's plans versus his execution. He has a pretty solid, standard, scout before you go in plan for this small settlement, but he's about to notice Auntie Ethel is here being accosted by a couple people. So curiosity gets the better of him and he veers off to check it out. His companions are probably exasperated, but he's going. They get to be dragged along, or face their little parasite troubles without his help.
Enough!
Hey!
We know you have a...
Something bit me.
Please! We just
Just
want
an
Marina back.
insect. I'm sure you'll
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Marina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Auntie Ethel's face creases with false concern. You realize she's lying about seeing this girl, Marina.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
Trever made the insight check, unlocking a bard option here that aligns with his always looking out for being manipulated. Trever calls her out because he hates lying, and if she's lying, she might also be in disguise. They might not have called her a hag for nothing.
Bollocks! Thanks for ruining my fun. Some advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Bloody hells. She just disappeared. Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
Okay, now Trever wants to know what these two are on about.
It's our sister, Marina. She's... well... she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast!
Trevor's response here amounts to, sucks to be you. He does, after all, have his own problems.
And we've no need of a mouthy bastard. Come on, Demir. We'll make our own way.
And off they go. And now Trevor's all like, so what's this way? Completely forgetting about the goblins for the moment.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Well, he's not going to just ignore it, so Trever may as well try to investigate. And one re-roll because we're full on inspiration.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
Just as I expected.
I spent some time here seeing if I could destroy this trap from a distance, but I think it counts as a natural trap. It doesn't really have something that you can target with a health bar or anything. You can disarm it, but I don't think you can destroy it.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Wanna dance? Look where I could go for a good meal.
Trever doesn't care much about this sheep, but Karlach wants to talk to it.
The sheep's voice warbles. You realize it's trying to say bar.
Karlach asks the sheep about the area.
Curious. Despite your magic, the creature doesn't understand you.
She's confused. She's not trained in animal handling, but she'll go ahead and try to reach out to the poor little guy.
The smell of rot assaults your senses as the illusion vanishes. A diminutive creature sporting a red hat glares at you. He seems unaware that his illusion has failed.
Karlach is upset that this isn't a sheep at all, and she says so.
Nosy, scum-sucking, lice-ridden little ball bag! Get out! Or I bite tongue, eat tongue. Oh, delicious tongue.
One trait Karlach shares with Trever is bullheadedness. We're not leaving just because this thing says so.
Ha! I bleed ya, cut ya, make many delicious holes. Yes, yes!
What should I do? Time to strike. Perchance. path be true. Time to strike.
My faith will protect me. Your time has come.
Tactical.
Time to push my luck again.
I am fury. I am death. My path be true.
Let's end this. Onward.
No traps, please.
Better make camp soon. Might be a while before there's another chance to rest.
What's in here? Moving in.
Don't be shy. Let's go.
No one back home will ever believe this. wanted the easy path. Maybe I need more pockets.
Ah, a fellow wanderer. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me. An old hunter's trick. If you can't mask your scent, spoil it.
That smell is rank, and Trever lets him know.
Ha! A quick wit is rare indeed. Good manners, however. All beings can aspire to. I suggest you find yours before dealing with the lady of this house. That is why you came to her lair, I take it. To bargain.
Trever is amused he calls that place a lair. That's a tea house.
A charming sight, to be sure. But the prettiest web still has a spider sitting at its center. Her kind have hidden among us since the first darkness. And their knowledge is matched only by their spite. Know how to ask, and they'll share that knowledge. If you're fool enough to pay their price.
Trever can't ignore an opening like that. Is he fool enough?
Of course. I'm a hunter who lost his prey, and here I am seeking help from something worse. But she thrives on suffering. Once she hears what awaits my quarry when I catch him, she will help.
He may as well see what he has to trade. And we can pick up some arrows and potions. Whoops, trading broke conversation.
Go ahead. The lady of the house awaits.
But Trever does still want to know who he's hunting.
Truth is like a blade, my friend. We can arm ourselves with it, or just as easily find it pressed against our throat. I would not put you in danger.
Bold of him to assume Trever doesn't want danger. Better tell him now. And inspiration is full, so...
Perhaps I was hasty with my words. I hunt a vampire spawn called Astarion. I'm bound to bring him back to Baldur's Gate, alive. Though I cannot swear to his condition once my tribe are done with him. Is he known to you?
Trever does not like Astarion, but he's still a member of the party, bonded by those tadpoles, and therefore under Trevor's protection.
I see. Your loyalty is admirable, but misplaced. His kind have charm beyond our mortal means to resist. I can show you who he truly is, if you will just tell me where to find him.
No dice. Back off.
Astarion has quite the friend in you. I'll make sure he knows that, at the end.
Solidarity keeps the troop together.
Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite me later.
Fetid smell assaults your nostrils. Dead flesh lies below. A great deal of it.
Of course, Karlach wants to talk to the cute animal again.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Herman, is that you?
Green leaves! Shallow water! Green leaves! Shallow water!
That was strange, but Karlach will cautiously ask why this place was covered in illusion.
Bad! Away!
And Karlach elects to back away from the frog slowly.
Looking ahead. Time to press ahead. No traps, please.
Trap. Moving.
Put him up. Knees high. Good idea, Carla.
I will ascend. Make way.
good idea, I think.
My turn. Come on, Carla. Show him who you are.
Time to strike.
I won't give in. Breathe deep and move.
on the move.
Where do I go from here?
I know what to do.
Let's cover fire, baby.
I am fury. I am death.
No choice but to keep going. Survival is all that matters.
On my word.
Well, so much for peace.
Victory awaits.
Bye forever, pal. I've got it.
What now? Another step forward.
Let's finish this.
Taking position. Got to move.
We find this Wood Woad Shield. The Woad's Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action shield bash attack that can potentially ensnare the target. Normally, I don't pay this shield much mind, but we do still have someone with a non-magical shield, so maybe we'll have a use for it.
Time to rest. What's inside? Something good here, I hope.
And then the sparkle hands in this chest. When you hit with an unarmed attack, you gain 2 lightning charges. This is going to go to Trever immediately, and it's going to encourage him to utilize unarmed strikes more often. Which in turn means I may as well give the Reason's Grasp to Karlach for now.
Should mind my step.
That tree's not marked. Hardly nature's work.
And then we notice this crevice in the massive tree trunk. Which contains a letter showing us that Kaga has been acting in league with shadow druids. Something like this could justify taking her out. I mean, to the other druids. Threatening the life of a child already justified it to Trever.
Have to keep going. What's in here? Open up.
What's that?
Someone had a party here. Or something.
I wonder what kind of creature could have caused so much damage.
That looks like all we're about to find within the putrid bog for now. We may as well go back to the grove, because we need to rest, and we also have a bone to pick.
The air is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers.
Trever will go with wiping the sweat from his brow.
Your hands shake as they reach upward. Your forehead remains drenched no matter how much you wipe.
Chukil gate vlakith mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
Trever is not yet ready to give up this fight, and he attempts to convince Lae'zel to lower her blade. We are not full on inspiration, but this feels like an important check.
It feels as if a snake is slithering through every limb. My throat burns like flames erupted within. This is not exhaustion. This is ceremorphosis. Close your eyes. Submit.
We find ourselves in a difficult decision. Trever does not want to utilize the tadpole's power, but at this point it appears to be either that or attack Lae'zel outright, or surrender to her, which is simply not an option.
A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated. Lae'zel's fear grips you. Not fear of death, but fear of insignificance. The great warrior Lae'zel, a failure to her kind. She will wield no silver sword, ride no red dragon. Forever unknown to the great Lich Queen Vlakith.
We use the insight gained to convince Lae'zel she will survive this for her queen.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all. I came just in time. You are transforming.
Trever asks aloud who the hell's this person is.
Your salvation. And not for the first time. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a Mind Flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you.
Trever can get up on his own.
Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. A fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your potential. I have to go. The enemy is closing in. I will be back. Feel better. I promise.
Come over here, boy.
I need a quick word.
I had a wild dream last night. This beautiful entity came to me, promised to protect me, told me the parasite in our heads could give us power.
Trever admits he had a similar dream. He doesn't think it's a coincidence it happened immediately after he used his tadpole for the first time.
Sounds like it. What did you make of it?
He thinks it's a trick, and suggests they not believe it.
Damn right. Things like a splinter. We just need to find a way to squeeze it out.
Trever asks if any of this is what Karlach expected.
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
When he says he'd be back home without a care, he means participating in his pit fighting matches and other endeavors. That's business as normal for him.
Oh man, lucky you. That's the dream. Maybe when this is all done, you can show me where you came from. My family home's long gone, but I'll show you my favorite chow hall in the city, if it's still standing.
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones?
Trever admits he did, and asks if she did as well.
Damn. I was hoping my imagination had gotten the better of me. But this must be something more. This dream companion wanted me to use the tadpole, use its power. Whoever it was claimed to be an ally, but I don't know. It seems like we can't escape this mess, in the waking world or otherwise.
He feels it's about time to bring up Shadowheart's Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Trever does not care that she worships Shar. She's not the first person he's known to.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shar, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
He has, in passing, but her faith is her own and not his business.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
And it's time to go ahead and drop it for now. There are others to ask about the Dream Visitor.
I had the strangest dream last night. There was a visitor promising me protection and all sorts of delicious powers from the parasites in our heads. Given our shared affliction, I suppose you had a similar dream.
He did.
Excellent. Now we can see what these tadpoles can do for us.
Trever doesn't trust it. He suggests avoiding the powers.
Is there a reason you're such an utter drip? I mean, do you have some sort of condition? Honestly, it's like you hate good news. Did you actually want something, or are you just here to spoil my fun?
Trever feels he should inform Astarion about the monster hunter looking for him.
What? Who? What happened?
He tells Astarion that the hunter wanted to capture him and bring him to Baldur's Gate.
Back to Baldur's Gate? Back to Cazador? There's no other reason he'd want me alive.
So then who is this Cazador?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate. The patriarch of his coven and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago. I became his spawn, and he became my tormentor.
Trevor's confused. Would a monster hunter work for a vampire?
They may have no idea who they're working for. Cazador likely paid someone to call in a favor, and here we are. He doesn't do simple plans. Not if he has a complex one that pits a dozen enemies against each other. No. This hunter is a message. Cazador's letting me know that even out here, he can get to me. He wants me back.
So why capture Astarion instead of killing him?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Trever wants to know if he should be concerned about Cazador coming after them.
Concerned? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
Well, Astarion's the expert. Trever asks what he suggests.
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight.
Glick. I had a dream. As we all did, I suspect. Someone came to me and promised to protect me, while claiming that the parasite could empower me. The parasite has taken root, it would seem. Every word, every promise, it is gate deception.
Trever agrees. He thinks we should ignore this dream visitor.
A wise choice.
These parasites are a threat to be destroyed, not an opportunity to be exploited.
I had a dream last night. A vivid one. And so did you, judging from the way my tadpole is tingling. Someone came to me and promised to protect me while claiming that the parasite could empower me. Tempting as these powers sound, we should recognize this dream for what it is, the tadpole's little trick. No good ever came from trusting honey-tongued strangers conjured up by elithid worms.
Funny, coming from a devil-pacted warlock. But he's right. Trever thinks we should have nothing to do with them.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Trever wants to know, just how did this man become the renowned Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. After my exile, I was hunting near the Cloakwood. I heard a child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
So, this boy gave Will his name?
No, but he named me friend, and that meant the world. But what of the others? The children never saved. The cries never heard. In the boy's tears, I finally saw the suffering wrought by the villains of the wild. The frontiers demanded a blade, and so I heeded.
Trever says maybe they can pick this up later.
By all means.
My apologies. Huh. Not quite myself just yet. I had the strangest dream last night. A visitor came to me. A vision of unparalleled beauty and power. She told me she was watching over me, protecting me, and that our tadpoles could prove beneficial if we embrace what powers they have to offer. An uncanny apparition. Not entirely sure what to make of it.
Trever admits he had a similar dream with a similar message.
Very curious. In all my readings on the effects of elithid parasites, I've never come across any accounts of correlating dreams between infected parties. Another unique quality of our predicament, perhaps. Are you inclined to take these visitors at their word?
Trever says the being has its own motivations and can't be trusted. Gale seems to think this means Trevor's on the fence.
Nothing wrong with maintaining a healthy suspicion in such matters. Still, it might be wiser to keep an open mind on the matter. Our visitors' promises of aid might yet bear valuable fruit.
Can't afford to stay idle.
I did end up giving the Wood shield to Shadowheart. As it turns out, I had in fact sold the Staff of the Broken Spear, which I was able to find and buy back during my off-camera vending. So we go ahead and combine that with the Head of a Broken Spear for the Vision of the Absolute. The Vision of the Absolute does not have an enhancement bonus, but it can potentially blind targets, and it deals additional damage against enemies with multiple sets of eyes. Since those properties don't work if it's thrown, we want to give it to someone who might potentially use it in melee, so it becomes Karlach's piercing option. And then next time we will start by confronting Kaga, hoping to pick a fight that the rest of the druids won't condemn.